I am president.
I'm gonna tell you what people need, huh?
People need money. Lots and lots of money.
That's right. We gonna print so much damn money. I'm gonna give every single American $1 million. And then we gonna have a big party with all us millionaires.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Democrats are really bad at civil wars. They lost the last great civil war here in America, and they are losing the civil war within their own party right now. Actors are turning against the Democrats. John Cusack saying the Democrat Party sold out the working class for decades and accuses them of having no spine or intellectual honesty, saying that they are an effing party for rich people now, and that's pretty awesome. Along with a bunch of other people, not so subtly turning on Joe Biden at this very moment. The New York Times, Biden should just give up political power. Oh, okay. The Washington Post, President Biden should not run for re-election. The Washington Post columnist David Ignatius says Biden should not run for re-election. Biden's favorite columnist said he shouldn't seek re-election. Biden should step aside. It's never going to happen. Uh-oh. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. Everyone saying you got to drop out. What could they possibly have planned? Democrats are masters of predictive programming. So Democrats are really good at signaling what's about to come. Okay? And this is one of my favorites. Check this out. The Washington Post runs a headline, I'm fine with Biden's age because it's Kamala Harris who's going to become president. Whoa. They went ahead and scrubbed this headline, but, you know, screenshots live forever and the internet is forever. Kamala Harris, next president of the United States. She was asked about it. Check this out.
Washington Post articles today talking about President Biden's age, and that's a big concern among the young voters. And in growing poll numbers, that's a big concern. Are people right to be concerned about his age at this point?
Well, let me just say this. When I talk to these young voters, what they want is a leader who is in touch with the problems of today and has a vision for what we can do today and in the future to deal with it. President Biden is the first president to take on in any substantial way the issue of the climate crisis.
So yeah, if you didn't catch that, Kamala Harris was asked about the oldest, most dementia-riddled president in American history and how he's doing, and Kamala goes, people like climate change. We need to fight climate change. Okay, Kamala Harris asked a question about the administration and says, I'm ready to be president at any time. In case you're wondering if they're bad, again, at hiding the ball.
President's age often go hand in hand with questions about how you would step in the role, you know, if necessary. Do you feel prepared for that possibility? And serving as vice president prepared you for that job?
Yes.
And how would you describe that process?
Which process?
Like as far as being ready for that.
Well, first of all, I'm answering your hypothetical. But Joe Biden's going to be fine. So that is not going to come to fruition. But let us also understand that every vice president understands that when they take the oath, that they must be very clear about the responsibility they may have to take over the job of being president. I am no different.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Pick me. Listen to this from Gavin Newsom.
We consider you a likely
I think the vice president is naturally the one lined up, and the filing deadlines are quickly coming to pass. And
the vice president is the one lined up. Chuck Todd being like, so Joe doesn't run. What about you? Well, the vice president's lined up, and the filing deadlines are quickly approaching. And so that creates a bit of a conundrum for people that actually want to do the switcheroo with Joe Biden. Is that you actually do have to get somebody on the ballot and do it quickly because all of these states, you need to have a whole phalanx of lawyers, a bunch of forms. You have to fill them all out. You have to get all these signatures. To be on the federal ballot for president is a big, big effort in every state, and every state has different rules. So you really do need like a phalanx of lawyers to get you on the ballot. That's why this whole like they're going to do a switcheroo thing. Well, there's a complicated process unless the president decides not to run. President decides not to run, or that they're incapacitated, or they're too old, or they have a health problem, then there are some switcheroo things that you can do as the Democrat Party. And Ted Cruz, who sniffs a lot of these things out, is saying the switcheroo is going to happen with Michelle Obama, not Kamala Harris. Now, that's pretty interesting. Listen to what Ted has to say.
If it's just the kingmakers saying, nope, we pick you, whoever doesn't get picked, everyone else is pissed. So here's the scenario that I think is perhaps most likely and most dangerous. In August of 2024, the Democrat kingmakers jettison Joe Biden and parachute in Michelle Obama. And I want you to pause and reflect on that.
Oh, I'm pausing and I'm reflecting and so is everybody else listening right now.
I view this as a very serious danger.
I'm smiling right now because it terrifies me, and I also could totally see this happening.
So, Michelle Obama, number one, you don't infuriate African-American women, which is a critical part of the constituency that Democrats are relying on to win. But number two, you avoid the problem. If you pick from any of the four, the other three are pissed because they're all, to some extent, peers, they're rivals, they're all jabbing knives at each other. Michelle Obama, because she was First Lady, has the ability to kind of parachute in above all four and say, hey, we're not picking among any of you. You guys can all fight it out next time. You're all going to be on the same level. We're coming. This is the Obamas saving the day. And I think in terms of a solution that unifies Democrats, there ain't nothing like that. I also think Michelle is not all that eager to run for president. But to parachute in August of 24, a couple of months before the presidency, and suddenly wake up and be president?
Not a bad gig.
It's not a bad gig at all. Now, would she do it? I don't know. I've met Michelle, but I don't know her personally in any meaningful way. I don't know if she would do it. I do think Barack Obama is already running the Biden administration. I think he is already the puppet master behind this Biden White House. I don't think Joe Biden is the decision maker. And so when I see the media turning on Joe Biden right now, I think the odds of Michelle Obama parachuting in August of 2024 have risen dramatically, and that ought to scare the hell out of anyone who is unhappy about the direction this country is going and doesn't want us to go even crazier in an even worse direction.
So Ted Cruz saying they're going to choose Michelle. They're going to go with Michelle. They're going to reach back into the grab bag of old tricks. And they're going to pull out the people who were actually in charge of the country the entire time, which were the Obamas. And Donald Trump didn't realize that. Donald Trump should have put Joe Biden in prison. Donald Trump should have impeached, should have gone after Hillary's special counsel, should have gone after that apparatus of power, but allowed it to get insanely powerful, actually, and did not go on the offensive. So a good lesson for Republicans in the future. Go on offense. Democrats are really bad, however, at defense. Nancy Pelosi doing a terrible job of defending the administration on CNN Live last week.
Harris the best running mate for this president?
He thinks so, and that's what matters.
That is amazing. He thinks so. Is Kamala Harris any good? Nah.
I think she is the best running mate, though.
She's the vice president of the United States. So when people say to me, well, why isn't she doing this or that? I said, because she's the vice president. That's the job description. You don't do that much. You know.
So Kamala Harris sucks at her job because she sucks. That's what Nancy Pelosi is saying. Anderson Cooper's like, do you want even Joe Biden to run again?
If there's any chance he does not continue running.
I hope not. I hope not. I mean, this president...
David Ignatius recently came out saying he thinks the former president should not run.
Yeah, so that's one.
Nancy Pelosi, don't get any splinters on your inner thigh and taking your broomstick out of the studio. People are saying that Joe Biden shouldn't run. One of the most read articles on the planet was this opinion piece here from the Washington Post saying you don't do it anymore. You can't do it. But what are the options? There are not great options. Democrats are not popular people. There is no real heir to the throne, and Joe Biden is a very poor throne keeper, right? Joe Biden has an approval rating in the 30s, and Kamala Harris has a approval rating like the 20s. You must always explain to people that Kamala Harris is more unpopular than Joe. Joe Biden's very unpopular president. Kamala Harris is more unpopular. So that's not a great solution there. So what are they going to do? I don't know, man. A lot of people saying Michelle. Ted Cruz is a smart guy, smart cookie. He's saying Michelle. What do you think? Are they going to try and push, Joe Biden over the finish line? Get him the old Fetterman body double? Who knows? We'll be watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and watch along with us with our channel and Communism Today. See ya.